So how do you survive constantly getting chain hunted because your sanity is so low and you still need some more pieces of evidence to identify the ghost? This was actually a question that was posed to me from YouTuber who took Kuwu, is how I pronounced your name, but this was the comment that they left. Okay, can anyone give me some tips? Because every time me and my friends hide from a hunt, we survive it, but our sanity gets dropped to 0%, at which point the ghost starts a hunt like every 10 seconds and it becomes a nightmare to escape. Are there any easy ways to get away during this period? Well, of course there is. Also, thank you to everybody who does comment on my videos. I really truly appreciate it. So first off, let's take this comment and show some of the things that are not true. Just because a ghost hunts you, it will not drop your sanity to 0%. Sanity drop happens when you are in the house. So of course, when the ghost hunts, you're in the house longer because the hunt lasts. You also are typically in the dark when this happens. So your sanity is going to keep dropping to 0. It also will drop if people die, if there are ghost abilities and stuff used. So if you don't have sanity medication or anything, or you used it all and the ghost still keeps chain hunting you, yeah, it's going to be annoying. Now, ghosts will not hunt every 10 seconds. It will feel like it, but every ghost will hunt after 25 seconds, other than a demon, which can start hunting again between hunts at 20 seconds, unless, of course, the ghost is smudged. These 20 and 25 seconds are going to be very crucial for getting the extra evidence that you need. Now, with this guide as well, I'm going to assume that you do have smudge sticks or incense unlocked at level 14. If you don't have smudges unlocked and you're having trouble to find the ghost because your sanity is low, just leave. Just take a guess, leave. I'm going to show you some tips on how to guess better, basically. But it's better to just leave and survive than die and lose everything. When it comes to just overall tips when your sanity is low, like I said, everything counts. So first things I would recommend doing, find evidence that you can find that doesn't require you to be super close to the ghost. This is going to be such as UV. So if you have a hard time finding the ghost room and you know that the ghost hunts, immediately check for UV after the hunts, because every door that a ghost interacted with during a hunt, it will leave a UV behind if it has UV as evidence. So there you can check right away. Cool, I got UV, I can mark it down. If not, then you can mark it out. If you like, oh, I know it touched this door, like if it touched a closet door that you were hiding in and you immediately go after the hunt, look, and you don't see anything there, it could be an obake, but it could also mean that you can rule out UV. If you know where the ghost room is, check for orbs right quick. If you don't see it, you know that you can rule it out. This is also going over 3 evidence rules as opposed to like nightmare and 2 evidence or less, but just some things that you could do. Some of the things are going to be more difficult. Like I would recommend, as soon as you find the room, drop your thermometer in there, and just, if it keeps hunting, it's fine, let it hunt, but hopefully you might end up eventually getting to freezing. Ghost riding, again, you want to set the book down. It's going to be annoying if the ghost keeps hunting because it can't interact with the book while it's hunting. Dots are going to be really, really, really annoying to get. Your best bet with that is going to be just checking in the van with the video camera. EMF 5 is going to be kind of hard to get as well. This is where I would recommend looking at the activity chart for EMF 5. So if nobody is in the house and you see a spike of 5 on the activity chart, it's either going to be a poltergeist ability or an EMF 5 ghost, because the only things that can be larger than 5 is a ghost event, a ghost hunt, or a poltergeist ability. So if you don't have that, then you know that you have an EMF 5 ghost. That means you don't even have to be in the house. You got it. You can mark it down. Spike of 4, I'd be a little bit leery on, but if you keep seeing it and then eventually see a 5, you can go ahead and actually mark EMF 5 in your book. Spirit box is going to be really, really frustrating to get if you are getting chain hunted. This is where you're going to have to use those 25 seconds between hunts to your advantage, or smudge it. Because again, now demons are only affected by a smudge for 60 seconds, which is why I definitely recommend a timer, which I always use a timer. And if you want to see how I set up my timer, I'll leave a link up there in the description. That's going to be how you can also figure out ghosts between hunts. So again, demons is after 1 minute. So between 1 minute and 1 minute 30 seconds, if the ghost hunts after you smudge it, you'll know it is a demon. Spirits, they can't hunt again until after 3 minutes. So if you are struggling and you see that happen twice, you can be sure that it is a spirit. And then every other ghost, it's 1 minute 30 seconds they can't hunt. 1 minute 30 seconds or 90 seconds, whatever you prefer to say. So if you smudge the ghost, you have to make the most of your time. And that's when I would recommend trying to, set the books down in the room, making sure the thermometer is set. Check for a spirit box at this point. You want to do it when you're safe. You would also want to I would also recommend setting up crucifixes in the room while you're in there trying to gather the evidence. It's going to be a lot more difficult. Again, if you have burned all your smudges, it's burned all the crucifixes. If you're still struggling, I would recommend just leaving. But also what you would want to do is start listening to footsteps. If you're good at hiding and getting away, as soon as you're in your hiding spot, just listen. You can calm down, listen. What does the footstep speed sound like? And that's going to be a great way to either rule in or rule out ghosts. And this is a great time to start looking for that, especially, you're struggling with the evidences, you're still trying to get one more. You know, maybe you're struggling with freezing and you have orbs and UV, right? And freezing's taking forever because the ghost is still hunting. You don't know. Well, you hear that the ghost is either slow with the breaker on or fast in the ghost room. You would know that the ghost would be a Hauntu just based on listening to the footsteps. So you don't have to wait for freezing. The stuff like that is how you really actually improve at identifying ghost and getting better at the game overall. And it's easier said than done. But if you make the conscious effort to listen to the footsteps, you'll definitely get better at it. So I'm going to show you exactly how to kind of put all of this together now. So this is the kind of basics of what you want to do. All right, so I'm using all tier 1 items. Again, I'm assuming that you have smudge unlocked. Very important for surviving hunts and for making the most out of everything. Now, I have not gone into the house. I've only opened the front door. So again, we want to look at this. As you see, my sanity is 0. I have no idea where the ghost room is. We're going to just play completely blind. Again, in an actual game, you probably already have an idea where the ghost room is or have some stuff set up already. Maybe already have some of the easier evidence. Some of the more annoying ones like freezing or dots is what you're actually waiting for. This. Now, we're not seeing anything on the activity chart. Just there. So again, the trick of looking for EMF 5, you probably will not see it here. But since we don't know where the ghost is, I'm going to go in with the fact that it can possibly spawn right on top of me. So I do want to smudge. But again, one thing I'll mention if you're just playing No Sanity, or like if it's a weekly challenge and you're playing with evidence and No Sanity, like I mentioned, start with the UV. Because we know after the hunt, it's going to check the doors for UV. So that's going to be my plan with this. I don't know where the ghost is. Let's see what we can find out. So again, here's like an example of where you just want to be listening to the footsteps, you know, listen to the footsteps. So I know it hunted somewhere from up front, I believe. I say I know, and then I'm like, I believe. I don't know. Let's take a look. So possibly in here. Definitely seems like it is in here. So again, we're looking. Did we see anything? We see the bone. But now one thing we have to be careful of. Again, we're making most out of the time. So it was 25 seconds there. And now we know we have 25 more seconds. So we're looking for things. We don't see it. We do... Jesus. Okay. Thank you for that. Don't see anything. I don't know exactly which doors it touched during the hunt. Out here. But we know... Okay, so we found the ghost room. We had 25 seconds of safety there for a second. But I know that we need to... do more. So again, we had the ghost event. I wouldn't trust any spike there. But now we know where the ghost room is. So we want to place items we know the ghost is going to hopefully interact with over time, such as the ghost writing book, and then set a thermometer down in there. So now if you wanted to, you can actually look through the window and look for orbs, which we do not see. Now I'm going to recommend, again, so we're playing No Sanity here now. Against your stuff will likely already be in the house, but just to kind of save, every step matters. Every second matters when you're playing with No Sanity, right? So we need to take our items in there. We don't see anything here on the activity chart for that could be an EMF 5 spike, but I do want to take our items up to the front. All right, so I have a few of our items set here. I want to get a crucifix in there because I want to be able to start moving items. So we're going to run in here. We're going to drop our thermometer. And again, I want to place items in there I know that are going to be rough. Now, or that will just be used over time. Now, we know we have 25 seconds or possibly 20 seconds. Let's use this time to... The time of safety is when you want to get the spirit box response. So I know that we're safe because we have at least 20 seconds. Just like, all right, that was good. Now, for some reason, I guess that was already on. Now I do know that we're gonna have to kind of hurry up some, and I know now we're getting close to hunting, and I know where our hiding spot's gonna be in the garage because I want to be far away. You can close the door from then if you wanted. Again, if you wanted to start a timer, I know we have at least 20-25 seconds to get back to safety. So, we have to get whatever other stuff we can. What other pieces of evidence can we get at this point? So again, I don't see orbs, so I know we have spirit box, and I feel safe ruling out orbs, which would also rule out a mimic. So the ghost can hunt us here in a second. We have ghost riding. So I know I need to be prepared now that it could possibly hunt again. And we have freezing. So can we get out in time? Yes. So I know based on that, we actually had ghost riding and we had freezing, which would have been a Moroi. Did you all know what that ghost was, by the way? If you're watching this, maybe not, but I wanted you to pick up that ghost was fast. That ghost was fast. And if you don't know what I mean by that, I'm gonna... Let's come over here and do this again. So listen to the footsteps here, okay? So that's not going to, so that's going to be fast. So I knew that it was a fast ghost already, which meant it was pretty much down to Moroi, whatever, depending on what it would be. But even if we didn't have like freezing and we just had like these two evidences, we would know based on these that it would be a Moroi because it was fast. And that's what I mean by knowing ghost footstep speeds, which ghosts are faster versus slower, will help you out so much. So hopefully that was all kind of making sense to you and you're kind of getting a good understanding of it. Again, I'll do another one here. Looking at the chart, we don't see EMF 5. We're starting at 0 sanity. We don't know where the ghost room is, so we're just kind of waiting. Again, in a regular game, you're already probably going to know where the ghost room is, but I'm playing it like it was absolute 0 and showing you how just to kind of get every piece of evidence. Again, some of this is going to be annoying. Dots is going to be really hard to get. EMF 5, it's kind of like an RNG thing if you kind of get it or not, other than looking at the chart and verifying. So we do know here we should be able to turn this on. And I went ahead and put everything here just so it was easier for us to get when we needed it. We should just be kind of waiting. I may just wait here. Okay. You're not in here, are you? No, I think it's in the garage. Yeah. Okay, so I know now we have 20 to 25 seconds of safety. We want to kind of get set up in the garage. It's a bigger area. It's going to be kind of annoying. May just set that there. Did it touch any doors? I don't know if it did, honestly. So that might be kind of tough. Again, getting stuff set up in there will be good. If we have it, be conservative of your sprint. Like I was like, should we get it? Okay, so we do have ghost orbs there. Want to set that down, and we want to set this down in the room. It was just another ghost event, right? Yeah, because it didn't shut the door there. Now again, stuff like EMF is going to be kind of difficult and more RNG dependent. Okay, so I'm gonna run. So I know after this hunt, I need to try to get Spirit Box. So I have about 25 seconds. Now we could smudge it and have like a minute and a half, and that's when we would really want to try to start getting stuff. We may also want to try to use this. So this one is, you know, with being a bigger room, it's kind of annoying. Okay, we don't want to overstay our welcome. We want to make sure that our back, we have a quick exit out of the room. Want to make sure that, you know, we can quickly get out of here if we needed to. Has not quite dropped to freezing yet. Has not written in the book. Has not thrown the book either. That would be good because we can rule out stuff that way. Jesus. Also want to look out for ghost abilities that you learn over time. But this one's a kind of annoying one, so let's keep on with it and show you. So I want to take a look at this. Again, we're trying to get everything set up to try to get what we can in between the hunt. Now, it's probably going to be a pretty good idea for us to go ahead and, you know, try to get sort of what we can. If we don't have UV, we don't have Spirit Box, it's not going to be a mimic. So the orbs could very well be real. So now it's just sort of a waiting game. We know where our hiding spot is, so now we're just looking to wait to find out what we can find. So we know it's hunting, we're running, and we're just sort of waiting. Now again, if we wanted to make the most of our time, could smudge it there. But I know that we have, at least we're looking at like a minute 30 seconds of safety. And we knew it touched these doors. We did not see anything. It did do a ghost event there. But now is when we would want to try to get the more annoying pieces of evidence. So dots, EMF 5, stuff like that. It did hit freezing for us. So again, the orbs could still be real. We would just want to wait and look for it, but not EMF 5 there. We have this over there, but we know it just touched that door. And we do not see UV, which means we could probably rule out. So we have ghost orbs freezing. And we can rule out a mimic. So it is going to be down to these. And again, this is where footsteps are going to play big into what the ghost is, which good thing is the breaker is right there. And I'll show you kind of exactly what I mean by that too for the next hunt. Don't close my door on me, please. Thank you. But next hunt, again, footsteps will play a huge role in this. Okay? And knowing which ghosts are going to be fast or going to be slow is going to help you eliminate ghosts. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean if this ghost ever hunts again. Alright, so listen to the footsteps. So, Revenant, Hantu. The ghost was normal speed, and these are not normal speed ghosts, so we know that we've ruled it out. Now, for Yurei and Onryo, it will either be Spirit Box or Dots. So again, these are two that's a lot more difficult to get with this. It is freezing like crazy. So what we would want to do is we know that we have the safety, but we're getting kind of iffy on the safety. Yeah, I have mine set to detect. Okay, so I just interacted with this door so we can try it. I have my text input mode set to text because voice recognition has been extremely buggy for me since they did the update. But as you can see, the ghost is being really annoying. We didn't get a spirit box response. We know the ghost was there because it interacted with the door. So chances are high that we could likely go ahead and rule out spirit box, which would mean that it's just an annoying dots that we are having trouble getting, which is very hard to get on 0 sanity. And now it's hunting again. So again, this is where process of elimination kind of comes in, and you're getting annoyed because you're looking for dots, which is exactly what we would have. The ghost is going to be a Uri. It did its ability 15 million times, but if you didn't know its ability, you didn't know what you were picking up on. Spirit box, we were close to the ghost when it interacted with the door. We didn't get the response, so you would be kind of willing to say, okay, I think based on that we can likely rule out spirit box, which would make it a Uri. We knew it was normal speed, so it couldn't be Hauntu or Revenant. And then we knew between Uri and Anria was going to be dots or spirit box. Feel like we were close enough to the ghost. We should have got a spirit box response if we had one. We did not, so therefore the ghost would be a Uri by process of elimination. So there it was. The ghost was a Uri, and it did its ability so much. How many times did it do it? 7 abilities. That is insane. It kept closing the door. So if you don't know the Uri's ability, it is a double door touch sound that can either fully open or close the door. In this case, it closed it. Like every single time. The first time it caught me off guard because we were blocking the path, so it couldn't close because we were in the path of the door. But a great example of a Uri ability there. My God, just kept doing it. Like, well, thank you. But that's just an example of how you would eliminate ghosts while it still keeps chain hunting. You want to make the most of your time. So again, in an actual game, you're going to find the ghost room a lot more faster. But if that is an area that you struggle with doing, you can click or tap the screen now. I have some great tips on how to find the ghost room fast. So hopefully you don't lose a lot of sanity, and this won't be a problem for you. Thank you all so much to all the channel members for the extra support. Truly does mean a lot. Thank you everybody for watching. Happy hunting, and let's learn how to find the ghost quicker.